Hey, and thank you everyone for joining today. I'm Abdurrahman Rajab, a software engineer and web developer and podcast host. The podcast name is Hadith Tech. Before starting for today's talk, I would like to thank everyone in Virtual Cafe, especially Becca and Ayo, for having this kind of awesome opportunity to talk about AI and enabling everyone in the community to move forward. As for today's talk, I'm going to show you how to use AI to build a modern website, especially Visio.dev, which is like a Versa project. And at the same time, I will share with you the main points to write an awesome prompt and what you can use AI for. Because like at the end, AI is a statistical model, and the more you know how to engineer your prompt and having an awesome ideas about that, you will be able to create an awesome project with this. To start with this, I will go and show you Visio, which is like, as I mentioned, a Versa project. It enables you to create an awesome UI with AI. You can think about it as your AI assistant or like your design assistant that you can talk with. So to write an awesome product here, or like to write an awesome prompt here, you need to have a precise information and knowledge that you will share with you need to share in your prompt. For that, you can, like, as I will show you here, I have already written a prompt, and in this prompt, you can see that I wrote that I need a header in the top of the page with the page that I want. Then I wrote what kind of sections I want to have in the main page. Beside that, I wrote the colors that I want in my website. So with this kind of information, as you see, I almost like described everything here in the prompt. And this kind of description and having a descriptive prompt will give you the best output for your website. You can think about this as like designing and imagining the website in your mind before writing it as a prompt, and then providing that as a prompt to your to the AI tools. And one of the most important thing here is to keep in mind is that every tool in AI is have been trained on different data sets. And for Visio, they have used that to train it on Next.js projects, Tailwind projects, which is the first thing that they started with. And then over time, they added an extra frameworks, which you can see in the frequently asked questions in the website. They added Bootstrap, Material UI, and I think they added Chakra and styled components. So if you are familiar with this stuff, you will have like a more advantage when you are writing your prompt. If you are not, you could like learn that by the day or like while you are moving forward with AI. And to be more clear about what I mean here is that when you know the terminology of this thing that AI is using, you will have a better opportunity to write a better results. For example, if you know what kind of the component that AI can provide, you can share, you can like have a less text and get best result from that. So you will work less and get better results. And here you could see like you can just move forward with Shadcn UI, see the component they have, and you can like write that component in your prompt so you will have a better result. If you don't have like if you are imagining something that is not already being done here, you can just like describe it with merging different kind of components and telling what kind of stuff that you want. Besides creating an awesome website, Visio is not just good for that. You can use that to create animations, 3D assets, other stuff that you want. As for the stuff that we have here, we just can wait a little bit for the AI to finish and we will see the results. As you can see right now, Visio just designed the project that I want, which is, I mentioned here that, let me write the prompt again. I mentioned here that I want a circular picture with a person in the middle of the main page. Here it is, which is like, I feel like it's awesome already, but like you could have add more creativity, but like this is what came to my mind. Then I wanted to have timeline with personal history, which is like, I think it's cool here. And I wanted to have testimonial page and a section for pictures, highlights, whatever. At the end, I want to have a footer, which is awesome. If you go to the other pages, you could see that it's already wrote about me, story, experience, what I am not designing. Okay, so when I am not designing. So just like added some creativity here and you could see the blog, YouTube, and even the podcast here. So here you could see that I already created in less than 10 minutes. I have a personal website ready for me. If I want to change this stuff here, instead of like going directly with AI and writing stuff here, I just can go to code and find the places that I want to change. For example, here, let's say the main page. I would like to change the name from Jendu to Abdurrahman. So here you could just save that, and it's saved, and you can see that changes. That should be okay. This is the podcast page. I need to go to the main page here, home page here. Let me just refresh that. Here is Mandu. So as you can see in the main page, it's just showing the changes that I already did here. I misspelled my name. I needed to have an N here. Okay, so we could save again. Saved, and you could see that in a few minutes it will be here already for that. So here, as you can see, like in less than 10 minutes, as I mentioned, you have a website fully functional working for you. If you want to deploy that and share it with people, you could just like click on deploy, and then you could add your custom domain, and you will have your website ready and published. If you want to take this one step forward, you can use, and you would like to use a database, you could just use database.build, which is a Supabase project that you can write a prompt to create your database, and you can deploy that to Supabase. And here this is just a previous prompt that I wrote. You have the tables and everything related to the relationships, and then you could just deploy that, and you can connect this with your static website and move forward. But like, it's up to you and how you would like to move forward. Just let me, before ending this here, just go and see the website as a full page. And I would like to thank you for joining today and listening to this. In the end, like as I mentioned in the beginning, AI is just like statistical model, even if it's LLM or whatever, and you could see like some kind of awesome creative stuff out of there. But like, it's a statistical model that's using human input to generate an output compared to the previous input. So by having this in your mind, you could keep like you will know that the more you know about terminology and the design system and the architecture in general, the more you will be able to direct AI to the stuff that you would like to see and you would like to design. And by doing this, you'll have an awesome portfolios, websites, and whatever you want to do with that. So thank you everyone for joining today, and hopefully we'll see you later.